I have a 1.5. One by one. Alright, are you new to the game? Nah, I'm new to New Horizons, but I'm familiar with the previous versions of Animal Crossing. But I'm new to this game. Not bad. That's really cool, my friend. I know this game came out a while ago. I decided to get the Switch 2 edition of it. Thought it was City Folk? Not bad. I started with the first one on GameCube. Back when you couldn't really customize your character or anything. Those were the days, man. And then after that, I got the one for Nintendo DS, Wild World. That was the first one with Wi-Fi, when you can play with others. Man, crazy times. But it was a lot of fun too. A lot of fun. Just cleaning up my town. I just got here. And my buddy gave me a vaulting pole here, so it'll help me traverse over the lake there. And just gave me some cool stuff to get started. Yeah. How long have you been playing Animal Crossing for? Well, I just bought this game, New Horizons, but familiar with Animal Crossing. Been playing since the one on GameCube came out. You've been playing since launch, DD? Very cool. Hello, the Ruth Inflatable. Nice to see you. Talking to YouTube also here. Is this on PC or Switch? This is a Switch game. Animal Crossing is it's a it's, it's a Nintendo exclusive. So anything with any Nintendo system probably had an Animal Crossing game on it. Although they did they did make one for mobile. Thank you, Didi. I appreciate it. You can play it in. Okay, that's cool. The game is a pain to wipe your save data in. That's a specific method to do it. I'm sure you can play it with PCs and emulator. I know I don't really emulate games, man. I feel like there's really no point because you can't really play with people. What's up, Boblin? Yeah, I guess it's a good thing they make it complicated because that way you don't accidentally do it. But I understand how it could be a pain too. What up, Miles from TikTok? How you doing, bud? Guys, I'm just picking up the weeds because I just got to my island, and you know how islands look when you just get to them. Full of weeds, right? Got a with spirit piece. Gotta get 5 of those things. So peaceful at night, guys. I guess that's the beauty of goodness, dude. Thought I was almost done. This whole ledge area. Oh yeah, Animal Crossing has been the most casual experience ever. Trust me, I've been playing since the GameCube days. The first game, it was just simply called Animal Crossing. Super crazy fun. Amazing experience. But I understand this one came out in 2020. So this one isn't exactly the newest experience, but I went ahead and got the Switch 2 version of it. So I'll be playing it occasionally, you know. Off and on here and there. Just having a good time in my little town. Very cool. I'm happy you got to play that and see how far it's come. The first one, I think the second one they came out with was it was on the DS, the original DS. It was called Wild World, I think. Animal Crossing Wild World. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the first one with it was the first one with Wi-Fi capabilities where you can visit other towns. Craziest time of my life. I used to just go from town to town. Some, people I met across the nation. It was an amazing time. And I guess the newer generation got that same experience with this game, so I'm pretty happy. Okay, I think I got all the weeds. The only thing I gotta do now is search for those little wispy things. Luke says my house will be ready tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. New Leaf was great. Nice. Well, yeah, this one is I can see why it's a favorite. They have so many cool things in this one. You know? So they added crafting to this one. I don't know if crafting was a thing, or I don't know what game they came out with it in, but I took a long break from Animal Crossing after the GameCube one, and after playing Wild World, I haven't played another Animal Crossing. I didn't play another Animal Crossing until this one. So you can imagine a lot's probably changed, but it has gained a lot of fans over the years. Oh, yeah, trust me, I know. Um, because, Animal Crossing goes by real time, so I definitely know. No worries. We used to fast forward time to celebrate holidays and stuff. And they also celebrate your birthday in this game too. It's a really cool game, you get to experience everything. Everything, anything you want to do. Super cool. You can plant trees, make your town look really good. In my mind, I just feel like they don't think it was a very big deal. They're like, whatever, you can play how you want, just keep it legal, right? And I'm like, yeah, I completely understand. Um, I believe I do, because it's a free update. And in the newer games, the update just automatically gets downloaded with your game. But I think to actually take advantage of the full thing, you have to have a pretty good island. Like they were saying, like it has to be pretty high stars, like a 3-star island or something, whatever that might mean. So a bed, a stone stool. Ooh, an ocarina. If I find some clay. Okay. Well, I most likely have it then. Wooden block toy, old-fashioned wash tub. Dang, dude, we live in primitive out here. We have a clay ocarina, wooden blocks, a wash tub, and a stone stool. My goodness, dude. Like, I mean, I understand it's a deserted island, but goodness. We are living primitive. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately. But I guess that's a good thing because it gets you a lot to do. But I think a bunch of us are trying to play Minecraft on on Thursday if you're free. One of the guys set it up and we're gonna do a survival together. It's my first time really playing it, so it'll be a cool thing to stream. So if you're free, I'll post a little note in the Discord, so whoever wants to join could do it. Dang, that's a big little whatever that is. See if we can catch it. It'll probably break my fishing rod, though. I see. Well, I have a Switch 2 also, and I play most, if not all of my games. Oh, that's a big one. You caught a sea bass. No. Wait, it's at least a C plus. That's funny. I play most, if not all of my games on the Switch too. Even like games like Minecraft and stuff, so you know, it might run well, who knows? And if not, you know, if people get kicked out, then you know, it'll be okay if you get kicked out, hop back in. Yeah, I think they were given a free 7-day trial of the Switch 2. Switch Online, I mean. But just keep in mind, Switch Online is only $20 per year. So, you know, it's kind of like buying a new cheap game. It's like buying a cheap game every year or something, you know? So if you can get an account, ask a family member or something like that to get an account for you, and then just put $20 on some kind of prepaid card or something. Just get a nice little year of enjoyment. But even if you even if you don't, yeah, the trial is about, you get a 7-day trial. Like I said, I don't know how that works though, because it's not always, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes they require you to put some kind of credit card in to get your trial. Not always, but sometimes. I should probably say most of the time. So, you know, you might have to come prepared. But yeah, man, definitely, definitely, come prepared, you know, be prepared for that, you know. You might not have to put a credit card down or something to get your trial. Yeah, hopefully you can get that, man. Hope that you can do it. Understood, understood. Yeah, it's the cheapest online across all the systems. That's what I've been told. $20 per year. Um, it's the cheapest across all the systems. That's what I heard. Hmm. I can't seem to find the last little spirit thingy. Can't seem to find it. Understood. Understood. Understandable. I'm I'm just a exclusively a Switch player, so it's kind of all I need. I can't find the last little. I see. Interesting. But yeah, man, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? Oh, snap. Probably the best deal. Understood. Oh, snap. Another present. I need to find the last little wispy thing. I searched everywhere. Fortunately, I'm not finding it. Use a ladder. I did. I checked everywhere on top of the ledge up there. It's kind of odd, but I'm just not finding it. What's Deirdre doing out so late? Huh. It's so odd. I only have 4 of the wispies. It should just be a blue floating orb somewhere. It's kind of weird that I can't find it though. Ugh. Well, I don't imagine it would be that bad because I just recently got on. I mean, it still uses the same accounts as the normal one. It's all still run by Microsoft. I don't think that you'll have much of an issue. I mean, and with Switch Online, it's not extremely. It shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, shouldn't be that bad. Kind of weird. I mean, when Minecraft was getting more popular, um, it started to, appear on more systems. Rightfully so. Um, and as it got to Switch, of course I didn't play Minecraft at all back then, but since it's got on it, it has to have gotten better. Um, it's inevitable because they put Minecraft Steve in Smash Brothers, and they only put characters in Smash Brothers if their games are legendary. They don't just put anybody in Smash. So since they honored Steve, I'm sure they wouldn't go too bad on the world. I'm sure they wouldn't completely destroy the online experience. They did that, that would be bad. I see. Dedicated Switch edition. Well, I'm sure, but since then when I last played it, I had to connect with my Microsoft account. So I think that it's cross-platform now, as long as you have a Microsoft account, and that's what I did. And that I just recently played it like a week ago. I just recently played it, so this makes no sense for this wispy thing to be so hidden everywhere. But I understand. With the Switch, everything was really particular. due to the strength of the Switch and everything, they had to make games that were specifically geared and designed with the Switch in mind. So that's probably why they did the Switch Edition thing. But like you're saying, they changed it. And now, you know, everybody's connected to the same servers now. I can't find this thing. I don't know why it's so hard to find. Well, there it is. This sure is cool. You did it. You found all the pieces. Come on, pan them over. Here you go. Perfect. That's all 5 pieces. Ta-da! Back to normal. Thank goodness. And thank you. I feel wonderful. Alright, I need to give you the reward as I promised. What's it gonna be? Well, who doesn't love good furniture? I can get you something you don't have yet, or get you something expensive. What's it gonna be? Something expensive. Nintendo kind of got their stuff together the first few years of Switch. It was super isolationist. Everything was Nintendo official specific. Yeah, they really are more open now. I think with the Switch 2, definitely, of course, you saw this over the Switch's life also, but more so, especially when the Switch 2 came out, they started to really, you know, crave more third party, you know, collaboration. You know, the Maddens, the FIFAs, all these games started to come back. And so, I truly commend them for that, but they also have really solid first party games too. And I think that's kind of what sets them apart. So I'm excited for my house arriving tomorrow. Yeah, there's some things are lackluster for sure. Um, but I think that Nintendo thrives on Victorian dress. That would look cool on a girl. I think Nintendo thrives on the gameplay experience, having fun, letting it be, you can have family time, kids as young as, as young as possible can play the games. But also it could be competitive if you want it to be. So it's like it's a double-edged sword, you know, kind of get the best of both worlds. And that's not the same experience you can get with the other the other two systems. The weird little item here. So, of course you have your tried and true Mario's, Zelda, both those have been around 40 years. Pokemon is almost untouchable. Been around for 30 years now. In February, it's going to be 30-year anniversary for Pokemon. Uh, Metroid. It's still got some strong Metroid fans after all these years. Um, so, the first party exclusive IPs, and then, with, appropriate third party support, uh, Nintendo, I think, is going to be around longer than, and sad to say, longer than Sony and Microsoft because of the strength of the company and the strength of the IPs. Mario's not going to be on anything other than a Nintendo system. Same for Pokemon and Zelda. Those three those three IPs could carry Nintendo if they wanted it to. Um, but they're never short of a fun game. So lots of respectability, lots of respect to Nintendo for, you know, even through the tough years in the systems that did a poor job in the market, such as the Wii U, they didn't let that phase anything. They did what they had to do to keep the company alive, and they thought of new cool experiences. So much respect. One second. That's interesting. I really don't know what they're doing at Microsoft. I don't think I don't think Xbox has much time left. They kind of gave it all their exclusives. The most noteworthy thing they did this year was increase prices like 5 times. Yep. And then really don't know what they're doing. They definitely dominate the PC market, but it seems they're sabotaging their console. Well, that's true. I just feel like they see the future because, to be honest, what's the difference between a PlayStation and an Xbox these days? They're both super strong, high-powered, superpower computer consoles, and the only difference is they're exclusives, and even their exclusives are becoming more available on the other highly powered system. They're not really competing these days. So I think what's going to set the console, when we were younger, they used to have the console wars, like Sony versus Microsoft versus Nintendo. Present day, that's coming to an end because without their exclusives, their systems are basically the same. They're just made by different companies. So, unfortunately, what's this? Unfortunately, if they don't have anything to set them apart, yeah, you're right, they're not gonna last long. And to be honest, both those companies, they're not gonna die because they have other things that they sell. Microsoft is into computers, Sony is into entertainment. So they have different things that they sell. But to be a gaming company, like you're saying, it might not last too much longer. But such is life, So I think that Nintendo, in regards to the gaming world, Nintendo's definitely gonna stand the test of time a little better. Axel's sleeping, but Deirdre's awake. I guess he's a night owl. I was crazy busy on my first day here. I was like an unpacking stuff moving tornado, Wow. Just knowing I'm wrapping up a whole new life got me grinning like a total fool. But such is life. You live and you learn. Won't be able to do much fishing right now. Well, I mean, Nintendo has caught up to the strength of the PlayStation 4. So, and to be honest, in a video game, nowadays, the graphics, you don't have to go hyper realistic. Although if your game focuses on hyper realism, that's really cool. More power to you. If you know if that's the main focal point of your game. But it has to be fun, and the games have to have longevity, and that's why um most games, when you're done, you're just like, you don't want to play it anymore. But some games, you play, um and you know with Sony and Microsoft exclusives becoming multi-console, they don't really have much leverage anymore to say, why should I buy this system, or why should I buy that one? The only thing that's going to make people want to buy a system is if their friend has it. But it just comes down to who has the system, who has more of the same system, right? I should say. And that's where exclusives come into play. If there's a really popular game and it's only on one system, then that's powerful right there. So um unless unless a game is cross console, you know. Yeah, that's true. When there's times of comfort, not much progress is made. Um Nook Miles ticket. What is that? Pretty good tools recipe. Yeah, no, you're right, but I'm gonna be honest with you though. I think Nintendo, they take a lot of risks with their consoles. Um, Especially with the Wii and motion control. Back in when the Wii came out in 2006, motion control for a console was really new. Nowadays, everything has built-in gyroscopes and gyro sensors, and everything has motion in it nowadays. But when that first came out, it was new, and people didn't know how to feel about it, because who wants to move while they're playing a game, right? Everybody just wants to sit back and chill. Um, but um, people ended up enjoying it. People ended up liking it, and Nintendo made their exclusives centered around the Wiimote and the nunchuck. Example: Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Use it to point at the screen and attack enemies with a little star thing. Skyward Sword first came out on the Wii. Use motion control to swing Link's sword. And then motion control started getting more and more refined. They made a Wii Motion Plus, which gave it a better scope of motion and control movement. And so motion control got more and more refined, and it just became the norm. So I think that, Nintendo did innovate. Was it because of competition? I don't really know, because the GameCube didn't do as well as the PlayStation and the Xbox back in those days. So maybe they were innovating. Maybe they were trying to go out from the norm. So maybe you know. But I think um I think it was successful. And nowadays motion is built into most of Nintendo's controllers now. It's just instead of it being the main thing, it's just a secondary thing. So, what can you do, right? What can you do? But yeah, you're right about the innovative thing. Inquire at the airport, a special tour. I'm interested in this, but I also want this. But yeah, I'm uh I'm happy with where Nintendo is, and I have no qualms. Nintendo, cool. I really want this Switch right here. Konnichiwa T. That looks fun. MVP. Flip on loafer. Okay, I'm gonna get this stuff later. As soon as I get my house. Tomorrow, he says we're getting the house. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna call it a night. Get some sleep. Hey, Corel. I'm excited to get my big house. Well, I'm gonna head out for the night, Ghoster. Thanks for chilling with me. Have an awesome night. See you later.